Welcome to Weird and Wild Recapped. Today we're diving into Idiocracy, a satirical gem filled with absurdity. Spoiler alert, this one's a wild ride. So grab your popcorn and let's explore a world where intellect is endangered and hilarity reigns supreme. Buckle up, it's going to be a memorable journey. In 2005, Corporal Joe Bowers, played by Luke Wilson, an incredibly ordinary U.S. Army librarian, and Rita, portrayed by Maya Rudolph, a sex worker fleeing her menacing pimp upgrade, Scarface, known for that double dose of pimping, find themselves as subjects in a covert, year-long military hibernation experiment. Their pods are sealed, intended to awaken them a year later. However, this plan goes awry when the project's overseer, Lieutenant Colonel Collins, Michael McCafferty, is arrested for running his prostitution ring with Upgrade's guidance. The military base is razed, and in its place, a Fuddruckers, eventually devolving into front emerges. Fast forward 5 centuries, and their hibernation pods crack open during the Great Garbage Avalanche of 2505, bringing them back to life. Joe crashes into the home of Frito Pendejo, played by Dax Shepard, a quintessential idiot of the futuristic American society, surrounded by junk food and an enormous TV screen plastered with ads. Frito's name, a bizarre mashup of a product mascot, Frito Bandito, and a Spanish slang insult, perfectly encapsulates his character. Joe's arrival disrupts Frito's TV watching session of Ow My Balls, a lowbrow show that lives up to its name with zero artistic effort. Confused and unable to fathom the importance of Frito's program, Joe is promptly ejected from his pod. In his daze, Joe stumbles into a hospital where the laid-back Dr. Lexus, MD, played by Justin Long, diagnoses him as simply mentally challenged and messed up. Dr. Lexus panics upon discovering Joe's lack of a barcode tattoo on his wrist, which is essential for automatic debit payments. Upon seeing a magazine with the date, Hot Naked Chicks and World Report, of 3rd March 2505, Joe realizes that 500 years have passed. Alarmed by the deteriorating world around him, he escapes the hospital but gets arrested at a Carl's Jr. fast food kiosk for failing to pay his medical bill and lacking a barcode tattoo. On their way to find the time machine, Joe and Frito encounter Rita, who is unaware of her 500-year slumber and still fears Upgrade. Frito leads them to a city-sized Costco, where Joe is arrested again when his barcode is accidentally scanned. Instead of prison, Joe is taken to the White House. President Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew, Herbert Camacho, played by Terry Crews, recruits Joe as Secretary of the Interior to address the United States food shortages, dust bowls, economic woes, mountains of garbage, and more. Other cabinet members parody contemporary politicians, embodying nepotism, corporate corruption, and the overemphasis on sex appeal in politics. Joe learns that Brondo, the thirst mutilator, a drink advertised as rich in electrolytes, has replaced water for virtually every purpose, including crop irrigation, leading to food shortages. The Brondo Corporation falsely claimed that water was only suitable for toilets, causing electrolyte buildup in the soil, crop death, and the food crisis. Joe reinstates the practice of watering crops, which results in the stock value of the Brondo Corporation plummeting, leading to unemployment but not immediately resolving the crop issue. Furious citizens riot, Joe becomes the scapegoat, and he is sentenced to rehabilitation, an execution disguised as a public demolition derby called Monday Night Rehabilitation. Rita discovers that crops are finally growing, and she bribes a cameraman to broadcast it worldwide. President Camacho, witnessing the flourishing crops, pardons Joe just in time. At the celebration, Joe decides to remain and help rebuild American civilization. President Camacho appoints him Vice President of America. Joe and Rita marry and have the world's 3 brightest children, while Frito Pendejo, in a humorous twist, marries 8 wives and fathers, 32 of the world's least intelligent children, echoing the film's introduction. After the credits roll, a third hibernation pod opens, releasing the stylish upgrade into the world, strutting down the street, as a pimp typically would. Certainly, in the spirit of humor and speculation, one could playfully suggest that Idiocracy might be a documentary from the future, offering a tongue-in-cheek look at what could possibly happen if certain societal trends continue unchecked. After all, it does seem strangely prescient at times, doesn't it? But, in reality, it's just a clever work of satire and fiction, albeit one that may make you ponder the future if you take it with a pinch of humor and a dash of caution. Now, here's a little ask from us. If you're enjoying our recaps and the wild ride we're taking you on, how about you show us some love? Give that like button a gentle tap, drop a comment with your thoughts or movie suggestions, and don't forget to hit that fabulous subscribe button. It's like giving us a virtual high five. By subscribing, you won't miss any of the weird and wild recaps we have in store for you. We've got some truly bizarre and mind-bending movies lined up, and we can't wait to share them with you. So until next time, remember to stay weird, stay wild, and keep your popcorn ready because the strangest cinematic journeys are ahead. Thanks again for being a part of our little movie-loving community.